In today's Take a Day, I want to talk about Kawhi Leonard of the Los Angeles Clippers and the comments he made yesterday at Media Day. And before we get into that, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any content here. Let's go ahead and jump right into this, though. Listening to Kawhi Leonard yesterday at the Media Day, everybody's talking, the whole team. Everybody is giving their opinion on the season and how the upcoming season's, projected, what it's going to be like. Reporters coming at Kawhi Leonard, there were some questions that was asked to him that, I felt like Kawhi Leonard, opened up comfortably, and as far as, Kawhi Leonard's comments yesterday, I feel like all Clippers fans should be happy to hear their superstar say what he said. He wanted to be there. He wanted to be Clippers long term, and he wanted to help the team, win. And he want to win, and he wanted to be there long term instead of doing a 1-and-1 deal, which probably wouldn't have been, ideal for him, like he said, because if he would have did a 1-and-1 deal, he wouldn't even have probably took the risk of playing this season or trying to come back this season just to be on the safe side. So the fact of hearing him say that, the fact of hearing him say these things, like he's willing to risk it all, put his body on the line just for this team and want to win for this team and want to win for the city, through the team of the Clippers, means a lot to the fans. And I feel like the fans should definitely appreciate that from Kawhi Leonard, because definitely if he would have did the 1-and-1 deal, I personally would have, thought the same way. There's no need to come back on a 1-and-1 deal and risk getting hurt even more when you don't have plans of staying on the team long term. The fact that he had plans on staying in this team long term all along, even though what everybody else was saying, makes a really good storyline, and it makes Kawhi Leonard look like a good stand up guy, and it just makes it seem like Kawhi Leonard is committed. And, you always want your superstar to be committed and, want to be there, and you want him to feel like he's home. And that's the things that Kawhi was implementing when he was talking in the Media Day yesterday in regards to, just the Clippers and everything like that. And he just sounded like he was doing it, for the fans. And, of course, he did mention he wanted to secure the bag, too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But, I mean, at the same time, you got to secure the bag, and you got to, want to win. And I think Kawhi definitely always wants to win. He's always shown that. And the fact that he's showing that he wants to be all about this team and for this team, that says a lot about his character. So I think we got to appreciate Kawhi specifically, from that standpoint, if you don't appreciate him from any other standpoint. But going into this season, I feel like the Clippers have a lot of I feel like they got a chip on their shoulder, what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are going to doubt them even more than what they did when Kawhi was healthy, what I'm saying? So, Paul George, is for him, got to go in there and hold it down till Big Dog come back. When Big Dog come back, what time it is. You and him got to turn up. And I think, the way Kawhi sounded yesterday, it just sounded like he wants to come back this season and try to make a run. And that's exactly what you want to hear from your superstar. Because like I said, it's now or never. It's more win now mode than ever, because you can't, as I said yesterday in prior videos, you can't depend on, we'll be better next year. We'll be better next year. Well, that's every other team saying the same thing. All other teams get better year after year. They make trades just like you do. So you have to go for it now, and you have to be prepared for the moment. And, like I said, Kawhi sounded yesterday like he was trying to come back this season as quickly as he could, just taking it day by day, going through his process, even though his process is hard, like he mentioned yesterday in Media Day as well. But going through the process definitely might be worth it in the end if the Clippers could raise a banner, what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about, what I'm saying? They joined this team, him and Paul George, to win championships, or at least win one championship, bare minimum. So I mean, if the goal is the goal, and until the plan is executed, everything else is a failure. And that's just the way I feel like Kawhi Leonard approaches the game, and I feel like that's what he's going to implement in the team. Because now Kawhi is more like a coach for the moment until he comes back on the floor. So I feel like that type of mentality he can implement in this team the whole time, until he gets back, and then carry it home. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough because the Lakers are good. You know, the Western Conference is tough, and the Nets are the Nets. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be tough to win a championship, especially if the Nets stay together for X amount of years. Who knows how long that's going to be or how short it's going to be. But until otherwise, that's the team that everybody needs to look at. You mean, because, you know, the Lakers, you can beat the Lakers just like the Lakers could beat you. And the Clippers know that. It's a toss-up between them two teams that they play in a 7-game series. It's a toss-up. But the Nets is going to be a whole different animal because they don't need defense. They don't have to play defense, and they don't even really have to even think about defense because they got so much offensive firepower. It is going to be hard to stop them from scoring 120 points a night. It's going to be hard. In a 7-game series, I mean, they're scoring at least 115 probably every game. And this is what I'm saying. You know, when you're playing a team like that, it's another dynamic. So the Clippers, you know, I personally think if they can add maybe a somebody, a Ben Simmons or somebody else to their nucleus and get healthy, I think they'll really have a legitimate shot of beating a team like the Brooklyn Nets even more. Now, I do think they can beat them with Kawhi and Paul George, but it's going to take a Herculean effort if they do make it that far to play a team like that because Kawhi is going to have to guard Kevin Durant and he's going to have to guard James Harden some. I mean, it's just the way it is. And you're guarding them on the defensive end, 2 superstars. Then you're asked to put up 20, 30 points on the other end. That's just going to be really hard. And that's why I said if the Clippers can add a third player, that couldn't hurt, you know. I don't know, but let's just get through the season. Let's see if Kawhi gets healthy, and let's just, you know, take step one. No need looking further ahead. Let's just look at what we have now. And right now, you know, Kawhi Leonard's down, but he's coming back. He's planning on coming back. He's going to work hard to get back. He's going to work his damnedest from what I got out of him from media day yesterday. He's going to work his hardest to get back. So let's just focus on that and then let everything else take care of itself in the future. But it definitely good words from the leader of the team and definitely bright spirits, you know, high spirits with the Clippers and the organization right now. So hopefully they can ride that wave all the way to a championship. But I mean, hey, that's my take on the situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section and we can discuss it as always. Cali out.